Predicting every NHL team's next retired number, this is part 5. For the San Jose Sharks, I went with Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Vlasic has spent all 19 seasons of his NHL career as a member of the San Jose Sharks, and while he never won any major awards or put up dazzling numbers, he was an excellent shutdown defenseman and an important piece to those Sharks teams that came close to winning a Stanley Cup in the 2010s. For the Seattle Kraken, I went with Shane Wright. If I'm being honest here, I don't think any current players from the Seattle Kraken are ever going to have their numbers retired by the team. Jared McCann's currently their franchise GOAT, but let's be honest here, McCann's a good player. He's not at that next level of getting his jersey number retired by a team. Matty Beniers had a good rookie season, but he's had a couple of rough years since then, so I don't feel confident in picking him. Jake O'Brien and Berkeley Catton haven't played a game in the NHL yet, so I'm not going to pick them either. So I went with Shane Wright. He's gotten better and better every year that he's played in the NHL. Hopefully he reaches that potential that we all thought he had going into the 2022 NHL draft. For the St. Louis Blues, I went with Alex Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo spent parts of 12 seasons with the St. Louis Blues. He was a strong two-way defenseman and was the ultimate leader. He'll forever be a legend in St. Louis for being the captain of the team that brought the Blues their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. And Pietrangelo was an absolute beast during that playoff run. For the Tampa Bay Lightning, I went with Steven Stamkos. Another great leader and captain here, as Stamkos was the captain of those Lightning teams that went back-to-back in 2020 and 2021. Now, yes, I know that Stamkos only played one game for the Lightning in that 2020 playoff run, but what a moment that was when Stamkos scored just minutes into that contest. I'm sure that's one of the most memorable goals for Lightning fans, and Stamkos provided the Lightning with many memorable moments, won 2 Rocket Richard trophies, as the all-time leader in points for the Tampa Bay Lightning. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, I went with Austin Matthews. There's been 2 players that have won the Rocket Richard Trophy 3 or more times since the year 2000. One of them's the greatest goal scorer of all time, Alexander Ovechkin. The other one's Austin Matthews, who's only 20 goals away from breaking the Leafs' all-time goal record. Now, I know that there's a lot of talk when it comes to the Maple Leaf Stars about them needing to get it done in the playoffs. Now, yes, if Matthews brings a cup to Toronto, he'll be worshipped forever. But let's be honest here, if he doesn't, he'll still probably go down as the GOAT of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he'll probably still have a statue on Legends Row anyways. Like and follow for part 6.